Peace and blessings, everybody. How you doing? I want to make a quick video for my people who are on a wheel but feel that they don't have that many buttons and therefore they cannot enjoy or play ACC just like everybody else. And this is not true. I'm going to show you very quick how you can have access to all the functions with the least amount of buttons possible. First thing I want you to do is I want you to go to options. Let me zoom this in for you guys. I want you to go to options and I want you to go to assist. Under assist, I want you to set as many things to automatic. If you drive in automatic, that's fine. Put that in automatic. But gearbox is going to be the only thing that's going to be left in manual. Everything that you set to automatic here is going to pretty much save you a button that you do not need. Stability control, ideal line, completely personal, up to you. It speaks for itself. Once you set everything to automatic here, you're going to go over to controls. Now, what I want you guys to notice under controls is, here, let me get rid of this really quickly. Just under controls is that you can save presets, right? So I already have my original preset saved. Save your settings just in case you want to revert back to them in case you don't like what I have to show you here, right? Once you save your settings, you're gonna press start and you're gonna clear your bindings, right? Your settings are saved, so don't worry, they're not, you can just load them back up. So now you're gonna come over. The very first thing is gonna be obviously your shift up and shift down. If you're on automatic, you can use these buttons for something else. The next thing I want you to do is go to next dash page. I want you guys to take a mental note here. On your next and previous dash page, you can use one button to cycle through your pages. You don't necessarily need a previous button because once you get to the last page, it'll just go right back to the first page. So you can save yourself a button there. If you want to go back and forth between two pages, that's fine. Set previous, but for right now, we're just gonna set circle for our next dash page. Not all cars are the same. Some cars don't have multiple pages. Some have a lot of pages. The next thing I want you to do is I want you to skip to user interface section on the button map on the control bindings. User interface. I want you to focus on cycle HUD MFD up and cycle HUD MFD down, right? Here, just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to select down as X and up as triangle, right? So these are two buttons, but they operate the same. If you only select up, then you will cycle through the pages, and once you get to the last page, it'll just go right back to the first one. Save yourself another button that way. But here we're gonna, just for demonstration, like I said, we're gonna use two buttons. And I want to show you guys something, right? So I'm gonna use cycle camera. I'm gonna put that as square. So now that everything is set, right? We got our pedals working, brakes are working, the steering wheel is working, right? I would recommend your steering lock to match your wheel, whatever is designed to rotate, if you cannot adjust it. If it's designed to rotate 900 degrees, set this to 900, never touch it again. If it's whatever your wheel set to 540 or 1080, whatnot, so on and so forth. Just match it and don't touch it. So now the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna jump on track, right? Once we jump on track, here, whatever view that you're in, it doesn't matter, but everything should be working, right? The car's already on, so you're not worried about ignition, engine start, pit limiter, none of that good stuff. You're just gonna shift up and you're gonna go. Don't worry about clutches, nothing. Your pit limiter is already engaged. Foot down. You're not worried about speeding on track. Once you exit the pit right here, boom, the car's gonna go. Shifting up, the car's gonna go. All right. So now, let's say you find yourself not liking, let's say, the traction control or the ABS, or you want to adjust your engine map, or any of those functions, any of these functions. What you're gonna do is now you can cycle through these pages, and if you see these pages right here, that's just me going down. But now you can go up and down. You can cycle through them, right? Overall, speaks for itself. This is the grid overall where everybody is in positions as far as the track. Here's your split times to the person in front or behind you. and then you have your pit menu, and you have your car electronics menu. The car electronics menu is where you have access to everything. I didn't mention it before, but when you set your control bindings, do not use your directional buttons. Don't use up, down, left, or right. Because here, as I'm trying to go down, if you were to say you want the page to go down, as you try to go down, it would just do this every time you click down instead of actually cycling through the options here. So only set other buttons besides your directional buttons. Pretty straightforward. You have access to your ABS, your brake bias, your traction control, engine map, so on and so forth. All these are buttons. The downfall is that you do have to kind of get used to using this while driving. That's, it's a give and take for something like this. The other option that you have is your pit menu. Take the time to really see how you work the pit menu. Left and right checks and unchecks it. You can go one direction or go back and forth. And then your suspension, if you want repairs, body work, whatever, you could check and uncheck. Fuel to add, it goes up by 1. The white box is the amount of fuel that you would have after you add the fuel that you are requesting. When it comes to the pit strategy and tire sets and compounds, that's kind of, it can be its own video in a sense. I don't want to lose you guys or just go off on a tangent. I want you guys to realize that even though I'm on a Fanatec wheel and I have all this fancy stuff, I have access to everything with literally 3 buttons. So now let's talk about the dash page. What is the dash page, and does it serve any importance? That's going to be honestly up to you. The dash page, if you race in cockpit view or any cockpit view, here you have access to these pages right here. This one you can use if you're on a hot lap. You have your deltas. You might be in an endurance race, so you want to see your tire pressures, your tire temperatures, and all that good stuff. Here you want to see maybe the health of the car and whatnot. Now here you have your brake temperatures, right? You're in a long race, you want to keep an eye on that, whatever, right? So now you find yourself on hood cam or bumper cam, right? That's just what you're comfortable with. Here you can go to options. Press start, pause the game, go to view settings, dashboard, display, and HUD. You're gonna turn this on, right? Once you turn this on, this is what's gonna happen. You're actually gonna have your dashboard displayed. You can cycle through the pages. So do with this information what you will. I genuinely feel like some of you might benefit from having the dashboard here. If you don't race, it'll stay on even if you go to cockpit view, if that's something, if you prefer it that way, because it's more visible, more in your face. But yeah, don't lose hope, guys. ACC is enjoyable. It's unfortunate that it's kind of a game that you have to jump in and set up everything from your controls and the car and all this and that forth, but I'm gonna be here and I'm gonna try to facilitate that process and deliver the information as smoothly and as clear and concise as I can. So if you have any other questions or any other things that you want me to elaborate on, I will. I'm gonna try to work on a video talking about the pit strategy, tire sets, compounds, and all that stuff. The same thing, and try to concise it. So take care, peace and blessings. Like and subscribe if you appreciate the information, unless you've already subscribed. And if you are, thank you so much. And I hope to see you guys on Wednesday in ACC public lobbies. Click the link in the description as far as the Discord link. Once you join the Discord, the information to access the server will be in our Discord. And I want the server to be some place where people can join, so I can help you out with either setting up your car, setting up your controls. Maybe you need help driving a bit. We can learn a track together. I'm not familiar with all the tracks in ACC. Maybe that's something we can do as a community. Learn together. You jump in with me, and we just slowly start doing the track, building our time up. With that said, take care, everybody, and I hope to catch you on the track and on stream later.